we're going to put on a hair mask, and then we're going to talk. Okay, let's do the hair mask first, though, because it sounds fun. Also, got a face mask, okay? We're going to do all of it. Need to talk about some serious stuff, so why don't we have some fun while we do it? Give me a sec. Here's the face mask. Here's the hair mask. Okay. For hair mask, I'm using, it's Rosemary Mint Strengthening. Okay. We're going to put it on. This one feels really good. Oh my God. I put it right on the bald spot. It feels so nice. Oh my fucking God. That feels nice. Okay, we might look kind of ridiculous, but it is what it is, okay? Oh my God. Oh my God. We're going to have to wash this out later, but it's okay. Usually you only let it sit 15 minutes. I don't know if that's a set in stone thing or what. Oh my God. It feels more like... I need like a scalp mask, not a hair mask, I think. Because I don't really have that long of hair. Oh my God. I'm using it on the sides too. Even so, it feels really nice. Even if it's not being used properly or whatever. Oh my God. It feels really nice. Okay, we're putting it on the back of my head too. Hello. The fucking neighbor's knocking. She's gonna give me food, but... so annoying. I might just stop the video, honestly. Oh, I hate this woman. No, I'll keep the video going. I don't like her. Hello.
Dinner.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How you doing?
Okay, what are you doing?
It's a hair mask. Yeah.
Okay.
It feels good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but you weren't home earlier.
I
when
know.
It was hot.
Oh, okay.
So.
Thank you.
Meatloaf, potatoes, carrots.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yes.
I'll-
You're my grandson. I'm always gonna take care of you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'll see you soon.
Okay. Love you.
Love you. Goddamn, dude. I don't like her. I know I seem really fake by doing that, but like, she gives me food. And then she wants me to sit on the patio with her for like 2 hours. She's like a taker, basically. And so she brings me these offerings in exchange for taking energy from me. And it's just not that good of a deal for me. It's not fun. And, you know, she talks to me like I'm her grandson. I'm not her grandson. It's a whole different thing. We need to talk about that too. But should we wash our face before? Let's see what the mask says. It says, apply mask to or spots T-zone. Okay. Avoid eyes. Okay. Or leave on spot areas overnight. I literally have no idea what's going to happen. This is like a Wicked themed face mask. Okay. I'll try to hurry so we have like 5 minutes before we go to wherever. Ooh, it's pretty. Do you think this is going to help me? Oh my God, it's a fucking matte green. Oh my God, it smells really fucking good too. Oh my God, I'm Alphaba. Girl, that's why they made it Wicked. Because it's literally like Alphaba makeup face mask. Okay, we're going to be green for this video. You know what? Maybe I'll end with singing. I'm through with playing. Bye. Okay? Girl, what in the fuck? You know what? Do you hear how my neighbor was like judging me though? You know, I don't know. Like, I don't like that. Why can't you just be nice about it. I have a hair mask on, and she was just like judging me. Okay, I have to avoid the eye areas. That's what it said. Oh my fucking god, it feels weird. Oh my god, I love the green. I fucking love the green. I actually love it, dude. I might do this next time I sing for Alphaba. Girl, it's fucking fun. It feels good. We have to get the eyelids. We have to be full Alphaba. Girl. Girl. What the hell am I thinking? Whatever. It is what it is. It feels really fucking good though. Like you don't know. And it smells good too. Okay. Girl, listen. Don't judge me. Okay? We need to talk though. About things in my life that I'm struggling with. Okay, we're gonna put it all the way up there. Do I look like Alphaba? I feel like a fucking Oompa Loompa. I feel like an Oompa Loompa. Let's go full out. Full out, okay? We're going full out. Wow, I was not expecting this to be like this green. Okay, green, green, green. I'm green, girl. Look how fucking wild I look. Okay, we're gonna wash it off my hands now. I should do this with someone else so they can be green with me. It feels really fucking good though. Okay. Wow. This was $40. I look good in green. It's a mud mask. Alright, we're going to sit down. Okay, and talk with my green skin girl. While I eat, probably. Girl, listen. It is what it is, okay? I feel like I need green in here. Okay, that looks good. Okay. Girl. Okay, here's what we need to talk about. You gotta take me serious, okay? Even though I have these whack-ass face mask on. Okay, you gotta take me serious. Listen. 4 things. The idea that you are better or worse or less than other people. Number 2, my addictions. Number 3, actions and what actions to take. And number 4, euphemizing. I kind of want to start with number 4. You want to get chocolate milk before we go? I love it. I love the way I look, dude. It looks so funny in the mirror. I'll fuck you up. Okay. Let's see here. Girl, I can't believe I put this on, but whatever. We're gonna drink some more chocolate milk. Okay? Alright, listen. It feels good. Listen to me. Let's talk about euphemizing, okay? Let's talk a little bit about that, because what I mean is I will give excuses to people. who, and sugarcoat it and make it sort of sweeter or nicer than it actually is. When people are fucking leeches, people are trash, people are insecure, little annoying people that need to leave me alone. And I don't want to say that because I don't want to be mean. And I don't want to hurt people's feelings. And I don't want to tell the truth sometimes, is basically what I'm saying. And that's something I need to start doing. And I think the reason that started is because I've been honest with people in the past and it causes so much damage. Like the relationship, for their own self-schema, it can cause damage if they're not ready to hear the truth. A lot of people aren't. And so you just have to like sugarcoat it. Like I literally dated a guy for how long? Like 6 months. And I just kept revealing the truth to him. And he didn't want to hear it or deal with it. And eventually it led to the falling out of our connection. And, you know, subsequent crazy smear campaign that happened afterwards. I really like the green, I'm not gonna lie. I really like the green. I really like it. If I had a little bit of like green lipstick and like detailers, maybe like a green palette, I could have so much fun with this. This is a mask. This is not makeup though. But I need to start being honest about who people are. And that kind of takes me back to point number 1, which is, am I better than everyone else? I know that's really like, I think that's a line by, it's someone, I feel like it's Regina George. Am I just better than everyone else? But, or it might be a meme actually. But it's this idea that I've had for a long time, which I really fervently believe, which is that nobody is better than anyone else. Nobody's less than anyone else. We're all equal. However, what would happen, because this week alone, I've let people into my house that shouldn't be in my house. I was thinking about this at the gym, because there's a gross little ugly guy. He's like, he's ugly in so many ways. He's like physically repulsive. He looks like a little goblin. He's like 5 feet tall. He has messed up teeth. He's like little chubby, and he's been going to the gym for like years. And no change has happened. And I think it's kind of because he's very poisonous with his opinions about people and their bodies, including his own. And I think if you are stuck in that, your body will never change. Because I don't know exactly why, that's not for me to figure out. But I truly believe that when you have to love and accept yourself as you are, and then your body will start to change. And I think for him, I dated him for a little bit. And I don't mean like boyfriends. I mean like went on a couple dates with him. And I ended up blocking him because he started calling me by my real name. He started like, he like tried to suck on my neck one time. It was gross. And it just wasn't what I wanted. And he was comfortable, and I wasn't feeling respected. I felt like he was like just trash. Exactly what he looked like on the outside was how he was on the inside. Like a little ugly goblin boy. Okay? And I think for me, I'm ready to be honest about who people are. When they're roaches incarnated as humans, when they're ugly little monkey boys with ugly insides, or even if they're narcissists, where they look very beautiful on the outside, but they're really ugly on the inside, being honest about who people are. And I haven't done that for so long because I have so much compassion for people. I can see how they get warped in a certain way, how they become a certain way. And I can understand their story so much that I could see how anyone would be the way they are and act the way they are. And I have compassion for them, but it doesn't change who they are. And I have no power over their healing or if they decide to change ever. So, you know? Oof. This has been on almost enough time for me to take off, but I'm gonna leave it on a little bit longer. The hair mask too. And my neighbor, the woman I answered the door for, she reminds me in a lot of ways of my grandmother and of my mom. In that I don't even know. I think there's more to process there. But it's like, leave me alone, let me be, go away, you know? Because it's kind of like women who aren't secure in themselves fully, externally seeking for security and feeling of worthiness outside of themselves, looking at me and wanting to take a piece of it, you know? And I can't give that to you. So, I don't know. And it's really strange. Like, I think a little bit about, like, I'm gay and I'm a man and getting validation, external validation from a man that's also a friend does it for you, but it never fills that fucking void. Ever. They just keep coming back, knocking on the door. She knocks on my door multiple times every week. And I know that's not normal for a neighbor. And I have been euphemizing it and lying to myself because I've thought, oh, well, she's just a great neighbor. She's just really nice. She just wants to come over all the time. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone. Does that make me evil to say that? Because that's what I want. I'm tired of bang, 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 bang. Do you want to come over and play? Bang, 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 bang. Sit on the patio with me. Bang, 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 bang. We need to go do gardening. Here's the thing about this woman. I have spent so much money on her over the past couple years. So much energy, so much time, and so much money. And what do I have for it? Besides a connection. And she says she loves me. She says I'm her grandson. But is that just because I've invested time, energy, and money into you? You know? And you feel lonely? And I fixed your problem, but as soon as I leave, the problem's back up again because it never actually was fixed with you? You know? That is the problem. It's her problem, her healing, her insecurity, her lack of worthiness within herself. And I am so sick and tired of having that thrown on me because it's not mine. And I can't keep ignoring and denying that's what this is. She's married to an asshole. Like literally a fucking asshole, butthead. He doesn't make very much money at all. He literally screamed at her in front of me and then immediately, apologized to her later, and she immediately forgave him without any standards. She has this neighbor this friend living with her dog. And the dog's peeing on the carpet, the friend's living in the other room. She doesn't feel at ease, but she's not accepting any money from the friend to live with her. Because she doesn't think it's right. It's crazy. So she's like, so little self-worth that she will put herself with a asshole man. This guy literally comes over to my door. He's made fun of me countless times. When I was a dancer, he would make fun of me and belittle me and make snide remarks or jokes about what I did for work with glitter, wearing glitter, going out, dancing, having fun, taking my clothes off. And he would come over when I was singing and say, "You sound like a dead cat." I'm not gonna miss them. I'm gonna be honest. And it's hard for me to figure out the lesson here because I've met people like this throughout my life. And I don't know what the lesson is. Is it to put my foot down and walk away? Because I usually just walk away eventually. And I endure until that time comes. Do I have to actually say something? I don't want to do that because literally I am so powerful that I say things to people sometimes and it crushes them. For years they think about what I said. That's a lot of responsibility, and I don't want to say things to people that will hurt or cause damage or tell them truth that they're not ready to hear or set a boundary if I don't think I can do it in a kind way, So this idea, what if I'm better than everyone else? Okay, that's such a dickish way to go around the world, but I thought about this, thinking about this little annoying monkey boy. Think about the homeless person I met yesterday. I literally picked him up from McDonald's, took him to Sonic, bought him food. He was throwing garbage out the window. He was spilling shit all over my car seat. He was asking for money to get a cigarette. He was 20 years old. And he was from Washington. He was from the same place I was. I had compassion for him, but he's a drug addict and a homeless person, and he's 20 years old. Wake up. It's like I need to attune to the element of earth and realize the reality of what's going on. And I helped him. And I still have a mess in my car seat. And I have a lot of compassion because I could see how easily he could fall into that pattern and fall into that life and not know how to get out and just be crying out for help and no one's answering because we're on planet Earth and people don't give a shit. And I usually give a shit. But it's really hard because it's like, I know I make a difference to these people, and I know they think about me after I help them, because nobody does that. I'm thinking though now a little bit about it, and I'm like, do I remember the people that did random acts of kindness to me? Do I remember them? Do I make a difference? Does it make a difference? I don't know. Because ultimately, whether their life changes or not is their responsibility. And I can carry. I can literally dump money, time, and energy into people. It's not going to do anything until they want it. And they choose to have it. And that's really fucking hard to accept. Because I don't want to see people struggle or suffer. So maybe I need to go about my life a little bit more like some of these assholes, at least for like a couple weeks or like a month. I've literally interacted with like four homeless people in the past week, 7 days. Wanting things from me, taking things from me, asking for help, crying for help. And I've had to kind of set boundaries with all of them after giving some ample help. And maybe I need a little break just to see what happens when I do that. What happens when I walk around like I'm better than everyone? What happens when I act like I'm better than everyone else? When I believe and feel that I'm better. I'm just better. I'm better. I'm better. You're less than me, you know? Oh my God, that seems like so awful and so mean. And I wouldn't be doing it forever, but maybe just to try it to see what that experience would do for me. Because treating everyone as equal and treating everyone as worthy and treating everyone as lovable sometimes gets me in these situations where you are just a fucking leech. You are just a fucking roach. You're just a fucking piece of shit. You're just lazy. You're just not doing the work. You just don't care. And you're trying to take advantage of the first fucking person you can find who's helping you. And you're an ugly roach monkey boy, okay? Who just wants to take. And I am a fucking prized diamond jewel. I'm better. I might actually learn something different. Because it might not be that it might be a little bit less simple than this. Than just, oh, I'm better than everyone else and everyone's less than. Or, everyone's the same and everyone's capable of the same things and everyone's worthy, which is what I believe right now. And I think maybe it's more complicated. It's not so simple. It's maybe, yes, everybody has the inherent same worth, the inherent same value. However, a diamond is created under extreme time and extreme pressure. Less time is coal. Less than that is fossilized leaves. Less than that is just plain dirt. And I have carved my way every fucking day. No help, homelessness, poverty, struggle, pain, nothing, hopelessness, wanting to give up, wanting to end it, literally for years. Health problems, lack of support, lack of health care, no options, carving my fucking way, getting to college at 28 years old just to get an associate's, by the way, at a community college, carving tooth and fucking nail. Extreme time and extreme pressure. And I've earned my fucking right to be a fucking diamond. And you might be fossilized leaves or dirt. That doesn't mean you can't be a diamond, but I'm a diamond. So I'm worth more than you right now. Because I've done the fucking work. And I've risen to this fucking point. I don't care if you don't like it, you know? That sort of thing, maybe. I'll have to explore a little bit more with this and see what happens. But this idea that everyone is worthy, everyone is good enough, everyone is equal is not fucking true. Some of these people are really gross, really ugly, really unhealed, and do not want to do the work to heal, cannot face the truth when it comes in front of them, do not want to do anything to change, and want to continue living in this way that brings vibration down or whatever, that takes from other people, that leeches off other people. That's not a diamond. It could be, but it's not. And you got to be honest with what it is right now. And that ugly little guy is not worth having a guy like me. He's ugly. He's gross. I saw him at the gym today. He was on the cell phone, on the treadmill. The way he looks repulses me. He's short. He's, just imagine the most like physically unappealing person who's also very short, and imagine that's how they are on the inside too. Like they're judgmental, they're poisonous, they're mean, etc. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about the second part of this video. So that's other people. Okay, and what do I need to do? I need to be honest about who other people are. When people show you who they are, believe them. When you show me you're an ugly little roach, you're an ugly little roach. When you show me you're an insecure woman who wants to leech off other people and manipulate, you're an insecure, leechy woman. If you show me you're kind and genuine and deeply care about other people and are doing your best in the world, then that's who you are. So, I need to write that down. When people show you who they are. All right. Next thing is going to be addictions. Now, my addictions are different from other people's because a lot of people are addicted to substances, but I'm addicted to video games and usually watching YouTube or watching things on the internet. And I don't mean like productive things. I mean like things that I can turn my brain off and just watch. And sometimes when I see stuff that is like educational or needing me to engage my brain a little bit and could help me grow in the direction I'm looking to grow, I like am pushed away from it. And I feel it in my solar plexus usually of like, I don't want this. Even though it's like medicine, it's good for me. I don't want to watch it. And video games have been my comfort since I was a little boy. And it's hard to figure this out exactly of why I choose them to escape. There's a lot there. And we can euphemize it, you know, and say, oh, it's video games. It's not that bad as, like, I don't know, drugs, alcohol. But it's still something I use as an addiction to escape the world. And it's because I don't recognize how magical I am in real life, and I don't feel that way. And so I use a video game to feel magical and to feel like I'm good enough, basically. Because it's a lot easier to be magical and good enough in a video game. And I invest so much time into video games, and I have compassion for when I do, but I don't fully understand why I always play video games. I'm talking like hours. Like there I think it was like during 2019 to 2022 or 3 even, video games all the time. Like a full-time job, 5 to 6 hours a day. I was investing my money into video games. I don't mean to demonize video games at all, but this really has and is holding me back. And I play them now because they excite me, but I want to uncover the things that's underneath everything. And if I were to fill my day up with other things that are more uncomfortable instead of playing video games, my life would fucking completely transform. And sometimes I don't have the capacity and the energy to do that. And then I have to be graceful with myself and give myself permission to play video games all day, you know? And not feel guilty about it, because that's not always helpful. That's not going to help you at all, feeling guilty. But it's hard. It's really hard because I don't know. I don't know why. So there's a couple things here. I was watching a video, though, earlier about addiction, and it was talking about how you have to start acting like a person that never was addicted, I guess. That's what, I need to study it more. It was kind of complicated, a bunch of complicated points. But it also talked about how a lot of addiction stems from unworthiness and not knowing your value and being insecure, and it feels comfortable, it feels safer, and you can either detach from the insecurity and the fear with an addiction, or you can live in an altered state that is like a false sense of being an incredible person, basically. So I don't know. I look really ridiculous, but it is what it is. This is hard. This is really fucking hard. And I'm gonna keep talking about this until I figure it out. Like, I don't even know what to do with it. I'm really grateful that my addiction is not a substance because of how physically entrapping that is, but I still feel like I struggle with addiction, even though it's not a substance. And I did struggle like a couple years ago with marijuana, with addiction, like just doing it all the time, probably about maybe 3 or 4 years. And it started to hurt my teeth and my lungs, so I stopped. But why? You know? That's the hard thing to figure out. Why? What am I learning? What do I learn from this? I don't know. I don't know. I'm learning that it feels better to go into whatever you're addicted to and to avoid life and avoid the pain and difficulty of living on planet Earth. It feels better to do that. And it doesn't get you any closer to the actual 3D dreams you have when you're spending all your time in the 2D. So maybe that's what I'm learning. Those two things are true at the same time. It feels good, and it also takes you further away from your dreams. Every time you choose it over something, then an action that will bring you closer to your dreams. I'm going to write that down. So dichotomy of addiction. It absolves a temporary pain, right? Because it does do that. It does it very, very well. Do you think going to the gym instead of grabbing a beer, which one do you think's more fun for someone who's an alcoholic? Which one feels more good? Not going to the fucking gym. Are you kidding me? Grabbing a beer. It absolves pain. It makes them feel better. Albeit it's like a false medicine, but that's one thing it does do for people with addiction. Their addiction makes them feel better temporarily. And without their addiction, without their addiction, they don't feel better by themselves. God damn. Hang on. Okay, I'm finally speaking about this too because it's hard to speak about. Every time it takes you further from your dreams, your goals, dreams. Yeah, so the addiction, whatever it is, every time you do it, it absolves pain and it makes you feel better. But you can't actually feel better because it's not addressing the real problem. It's just like a Band-Aid on a broken leg. That's what I always used to say. A Band-Aid on a broken leg is not going to do anything. But it makes you feel better in the moment. And I think you can recognize that it's not taking you in the direction you want to go, while also still allowing yourself and having grace with yourself to choose it if it's just too hard not to. That's really important, I think. And I've mastered that. But this is something I've struggled with for a long fucking time. And my life has not progressed in the ways that I want because I'm investing this energy into my addictions instead of my dreams. Okay. And I'm showing up every day with certain things. And so it's weird because like I show up, you know, for things. It's not like completely falling into addiction. It's like doing it quite a lot and then also putting in the work every day for things that are parts of my goal, parts of my vision. And I do make progress. And I would make more progress without any hurdles holding me back, like addiction. So, how do you let them go? Do you just have to face pain all the time? That's what's hard. It's like all these things that I do in real life, facing my fears, facing challenges, taking actions that are difficult, going to the gym, you know, doing the work, seeking out clients, working on my website, working on business. It's awful. It's hard. It's hard to do all the time. Hard choices, easy life. Easy choices, hard life. And then Irene Dowd used to say, the solution to any functional problem lies in the balance between the extremes. So maybe it's not about always choosing the hard thing, it's about being balanced. It's about being balanced. I don't want to be around people that are ugly and judgmental. I don't. I want to expunge them from my life. And at the same time, after making this video, like, I want to go play video games immediately after. And I can. And it would take me further away from my dreams, but it would make me feel better. Isn't that interesting? I'm green. What's green? Who's green? Besides Elphaba. Orcs? Orcs are green. I'm an orc. Okay. Okay, so what do I do? Actions are the way forward. Make the right action. Fuck. So the way forward is do the hard thing. Okay, I look like insane when I do that. Okay. So listen to me. We gotta do the hard thing, okay? There's me in the mirror. Hello. Hello. We gotta do the hard thing. Okay? If you want the change in your life, you have to do the hard thing. And it may not happen right away, but it will build your life to be happier. The way you feel when you take the addiction, when you take the hit, when you grab the beer, that feeling that's fleeting, that's temporary, when you log in and play the video games, that fleeting feeling will be your constant fucking state if you do the hard shit. I know it sucks. It really does. But honestly, it's true. You have to do the hard shit. And the thing that you're avoiding by going to your addiction, what are you running away from? What painful, difficult things do you need to face? And if you're not ready to face them, that's okay. You know, I've been in the pit for 10 years not facing mine. I didn't have the tools. I didn't have the support. And I don't necessarily have the support now, but I have the tools. And so maybe what I need to do is face my difficulties and make these choices that are going to take me where I want to go. Take me to what I want in my life, which is art and health and spirituality and owning a business and creativity and a good home and a good financial health in my life. I want all of those things. And if I had them all, my life would be so much easier. And to get them, I have to do a lot of hard work. Day in, day out. No help, no support, no healthcare. And then when help comes, in whatever form, whether it's the maintenance man fixing my sink, literally fixing my sink, that is so fucking helpful. That is such a fucking blessing. And if I'm too busy saying I have no help, I have to do it all alone, it's so difficult, it's hard every day, I'm gonna miss this, which is happening right in front of me, which is the maintenance man coming in a day after I put in the fucking service request to fix the sink and install a brand new one. It didn't take 2 weeks. It's not worse now. It's not leaking on my floor. It's perfect. It's so fucking good. So there's a little bit of neuroplasticity for me that I need to do, so I'm not always sticking to the negative. Yes, it's hard. Yes, if we're real, I have had to basically do everything alone. I have had to do it without any support. I have had to carve my way and cry and not want to do it anymore, not want to be here anymore, and escape from my reality for years and years and years. I did that. And good things are happening. Good things are continuing to happen. And I think they're going to become more and more, and I might not be as alone anymore, and I have to be ready to not be the person who says, oh, I did it all on my own. Maybe I don't need to be in that chapter anymore, where I did it all on my own. Maybe I can be in the chapter where I accept help, and I recognize the blessings where they are. Maybe that's where I am now. So, do we make the hard choices? Do we do them with the camera on? That's always more fun. If you're going to make the hard choice, if you're going to make the easy choices, grab the beer, grab the whatever. Do it. But if you want to make the hard choices, turn the camera on so we can all watch you struggle. Okay? Turn the camera on so we can watch you do laundry instead of grab a beer. We can turn the camera on so we can all watch you go to the gym instead of grab a joint. Okay? Maybe the world needs more of that. Okay. Anyway, it's almost been an hour. I have had this thing on me a long time. It feels really, really good on my skin. It feels really good. I think it's like maybe 7:30. I'm gonna wash this off, and then I'm gonna figure out what hard choices I need to make. I'm gonna be honest about who people are. If they're icky or ugly, I'm going to stop lying about that to myself and own it and honor who they are. And I don't want you to be that. And I think you're worthy of having a good life, but you're a cockroach. I'm not going to look at a cockroach anymore and say, wow, that's a Prince Charming. Princess and the Frog. Why is she kissing a frog? Kiss a prince. Okay? Maybe I should rewatch that movie. Maybe it'll give me some clues. But literally, that girl's kissing a guy who didn't have any money. Okay? He didn't have any money. He's just a musician. Girl. Anyway. I'm trying my best to learn as much as I can. I'm trying my best to stay kind, but I don't want to be held back. I see what happens to people who are just kind, and they're not in reality. They're just kind. Where do they end up? Taken advantage of, low self-esteem, poor, no money, no materialistic things that they need, giving everything away, never knowing their worth, never really being happy, always being in fight or flight or stressed or anxious because they don't have things. If you're just kind, if you're just empathetic, you're not attuning to the element of earth, which is reality. Some people, a cockroach is a cockroach. A rose is a rose. If you're going to expend energy, time, or effort, that is valuable. That should be compensated with money. Even if you're subconsciously choosing to do it for free, know that it's worth something. Okay? Earth. Am I mastering earth right now? What comes after earth? Water, earth, fire, air. I need to master earth. That's 2025. 2025 is the year of mastering the element of earth. It's book 2, earth. Okay, I've mastered water. I'm very kind. I'm very sensitive. I have so much compassion for other people. I've done so much healing work. Now I need to master earth, which is money. Self-worth is very difficult for me, but I'm learning, okay? Actions. Physical, real actions. What happens after you master earth? Fire. I don't even know what that means. I don't know what it entails, but we're going to figure it out. Air is going to be like spiritual enlightenment, I guess. That's the last thing I'll do. Even though I feel like, yeah. So water, earth, fire, air. So fire, what is fire going to be? I don't know. We're not going to think about that too much right now. Okay? I'm going to take this off and we're going to stop the video. Bye.